Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, May 11th, Major League Baseball slate. If you got a chance to watch Saturday games, oh my God. Wow, okay. Did the Padres ever stop scoring, by the way? Or are they still scoring? They're probably scoring at home, or at least in the hotel room. Anyway. Congratulations, Rockies, for did you hold them under 5 touchdowns? Jesus. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on, as there is every day with Major League Baseball. Cubs get a win over the Mets. Dodgers couldn't score any runs, and they have normally owned Corbin Burns. So amazing stuff there. Angels, we told you they were going to beat the Orioles. There was a lot of stuff we called right. Unfortunately, the Mets and the Yankees weren't two of them over in that D-backs game. But overall, could have been worse, could have been better. Sometimes there's those days that are just a little crazy, to say the least, and that was one of them. Anyway, we'll get into the slate. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams in Major League Baseball: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We will play our bets in those games, but we will give you bets throughout the lineup. So let's get started. There is a super duper early game, 11:36 Eastern time. Mets, Cubs, game 3. Mets take game 1. Cubs take game 2. We got Michael Boyd, Griffin Canning in this one. And what do we think here? Well, if you've watched our show before and watched the Griffin Canning starts, we're not the Griffin Canning fan. Boyd's pitched pretty well here. There are some guys on the Mets that have a little bit of success against him. Same thing for the Cubs, though. I think a little bit back and forth here. So taking the plus money here, I think this is a pretty evenly matched game. For the way we've got this thing handicapped, I think the plus money is definitely where the value is at here. So we have the Cubs money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Cubs over 3.5 team total. Cubs money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch, same 6 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Then we get back to the normal start times, 1:35 Eastern time. Cardinals, Nats, McKenzie Gore, Mikolas. All right, so the Cardinals have whooped ass in the first 2 games of this series. This is where the Nationals get at least one here. Mikolas, we haven't had National Mikolas Day, but it's getting awful damn close again. He had 2 good starts to kind of throw us off the scent there. McKenzie Gore, one of the league leaders in strikeouts. And we do like the Nationals in this spot. They're about $1.40 favorite, and they should be here. Nats, money line for the game. You can play a money line front 5 as well. Pay a little juice there. Keep that minus a half out on that one there. Next game up, 1:35 Eastern time. Braves and Pirates. And 2 very low scoring games, as we predicted so far, both unders. You should have made a lot of money in this series. They've just hit the under button. Now, they've got Chris Sale on the mound against Mazinski in this one. Total in this game is 8 again. I guess the books are everybody's desperate for the Braves to score, thinking this is an offense that it's not. It's not one of the top offenses in the league. It's one of the bottom offenses in the league. It's unfortunate to say it, watching where the Braves have been over the last few seasons, but unfortunately it is. Chris Sale's pitched well. He hasn't been so dominant nobody can hit him, but he's pitched well. This is another game here at 8, under 8, I think is the best way to play this particular game here. Also, I think you got to, it's hard to play the Braves here at 220 when they can't score. So you can probably get plus 1.5 front 5 on the Pirates and not juicy just because you think the Braves might just score 1 or less. But the under 8, definitely the best play we think on the board there on that one. Also, if you can get under 4.5 front 5, not a bad play as well. Next game up, 1:41 Eastern time, or 1:40. Tigers, Rangers. So Tigers win game 1 with Skubal, and the Rangers take care of game 2. Corey Seager's back. We told you Seager was back. Take the Rangers. They went to work. Flaherty got beat up again. Rene Olsen and Nathan Eovaldi in this one. Pretty much, Eovaldi's definitely got the better numbers so far. Rene's pitched well. He pitches well at home normally for the Tigers. We like the Tigers' money line in this spot. It's not one of those plays where we're running to the window. It's more of a crawl, but do like Tigers money line front 5 and Tigers money line for the game. Think they bounce back after they really haven't scored any runs the first 2 games of this series. Next game up, also 1:40 Eastern time. Rays Brewers. 2 under games so far in this series as well. Rasmussen versus Patrick here. Do we think the Brewers are going to get something going? I don't know. Offensively, they're definitely struggling. Pitching-wise, they don't have all the studs on earth. Let's just be really honest in that spot. Tampa Bay slightly here. I don't like where the number's at. I'll be really honest, as almost $1.50 favorite here for Rasmussen, but under 8.5 looks like one of the plays again. Under 4.5 front 5 as well in that one. Next game up, we get to the 2:10 Eastern time games. All right, Red Sox, Royals. So Royals win game 1, 2-1 in 12, and Crochet and Riggins for game 2. Looking for that pitcher's duel. It was a pitcher's duel for 4. Unfortunately, in the 5th, the Red Sox got a little bit to Riggins there, and then the bullpen for the Royals give it up. Red Sox end up scoring 10. As Trevor Story even hits a homer. First of all, Royals management, listen to me very closely. Jonathan India at the top of the lineup does not work. Doesn't work. Sorry, it doesn't work. I know you traded for him in the offseason, and you gave up a quality starter to do so. It does not work. Please move him down, moving Cal Garcia up. That's number 1. Number 2, Angel Zerpa needs to be designated for frickin' assignment, for Christ's sake. This guy continually gives up runs. I don't know how is he, does he come in some games and I'm not really paying attention, and I watch almost every Royals game when they're up by 3 or 4 runs or down by 3 or 4 runs and they've already lost, I'm not really paying attention and they've already won. And then he gets his 3 scoreless outs. But oh my freaking God. First of all, maybe it's not Angel Zerpa's fault. That one could have been on management. There was no reason for him to be facing Trevor Story in that situation in a game that was still obtainable, because the Red Sox bullpen, as we've seen, is not that great. But a lot of issues there for the Royals in that particular spot. That was dumb, and then they gave up even more. It was 7-1 at that point. Game's pretty much clocked. But, then they gave up 3 even more. So there was no reason for him to pitch the Story. Now, let's get to Cole Riggins. He got singled up again. This does happen to him occasionally. He actually kept the walks down, kept him down to 2. I was pretty impressed by that. Crochet had a good game, although they were hitting Crochet. Bobby Witt had a few hits. There was some guys that put some hits together. That first inning, when they didn't get Witt home on that double, that was big because the Royals put up a 1 spot there. All of a sudden, the Red Sox are going to be pushing a little bit, I think, going against Riggins as well. But Bobby Witt, couple of hits again after the hard game before and the 4-hit game before that. So maybe Bobby's kind of, not that he was struggling for a normal human being, but they weren't Bobby Witt typical numbers where he's hitting 340 and he's putting up 2 hits every game going out of style. Now, today they get the definite advantage of the pitching matchup here. Lucas bombs away Giolito versus Seth Lugo in this one. Royals are only a $1.30 favorite. I think they win this particular game here, even though the disappointment yesterday. They've only scored 3 runs in this series. So they scored 2, and they didn't score till the 11th inning of game 1 on Friday, and they score a 1 on Saturday. Maybe they get the sticks open a little bit. It's what we're kind of anticipating here. Giolito's not pitched well all season long. Hopefully the Royals don't make him look like a Cy Young winner. So we're going to Royals money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over 4.5 team total. Royals money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez, same 6 bets apiece. And the Witt, by the way, is getting juicy in this game. Home run, double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits for Witt and Perez. Next game up, we've got Marlins and White Sox, also 2:10 Eastern time. Alcantara against Burke. And Marlins get in the game, a series we thought there was going to be a ton of scoring. There really hasn't been. Alcantara has gotten just shelled the last few times out. Now, the Dodgers were primary concern of it. We think Alcantara can hold this White Sox lineup down a little bit better. Marlins $1.30 favorite on the road. We like them slightly here. This is a game still, unless you got to be in this particular game, There is no reason to be in a Marlins White Sox game. They're about a minus 30, 130 favorite. Money line front five, money line for the game, but small play there. Next game up, also 2:10 Eastern time. Astros Reds. Reds come out with a 10 spot in the first. Wow. Petty versus Blanco in this one. This one hugely favors the Stros in the pitching matchup. And they're about $1.50 favorite. I'm surprised they're not like $1.80 in this spot. The reason has been is they haven't been winning as many games as they probably should have as well. Stros minus a half a run front five. Stros money line for the game as well. Next game up, 2:10 Eastern time. Twins have, man, I tell you what, Twins playing well. Rope against Giants. They beat Logan Webb yesterday. It was a short game, 2-1, but it's still a game that they definitely came out and hammered away at. Twins only $1.40 favorite here with Pablo Lopez on the mound, and he's pitched well. Rope on the road has not been that great, so got to give us Twins again. Minus a half a run front five. Twins money line for the game in that one as well. Next game up, we move to the 3:10 Eastern time games. Rockies and Padres. Pivetta, been one of the better pitchers in the major league so far this season, and whip ERA against Herman Marquez, who's been one of the worst, and it's National Herman Marquez Day. I don't know if we're ready for his parade yet, so to speak, on that one, but we're getting damn close. Padres, I think, have scored 552 runs in 2 games this series. Total's at 11. I think you almost got to play over in this one for the team total for the Padres, as Marquez has given up everything. Padres minus a half a run front 3 innings. Hopefully they hop on board as they've done the last couple games. They've scored early and often in all these games. But if you play the Padres minus a half a run front 3, you keep the juice way down in that one. If you want to play the money line, feel free. You're paying $2.70 roughly for it. It's worth it. I don't think there's a way the Rockies come out of this, as they are just diving into a deeper and deeper hole, and their confidence goes down even more in this one. But Padres team total at 6.5 probably. I think it might be worth a shot at 7+ there in that one as well. Next game up, A's Yankees at 4:05 Eastern time. Severino, no starter yet announced for the Yanks. Getting a little later in the day for that, so more than likely a bullpen game. A's are plus money in this one. They win game 2 after they lose game 1. I did kind of opposites what we saw so far. We thought game 1 they had the better chance against Will Warren. They couldn't get any offense going. They got plenty going yesterday on Saturday. So going against Rodon and company. But A's plus a half a run front 5. I think it's an excellent way to play that one. A's plus 1.5 for the game as well. It's only like minus 130 and some change as well. Get that run and a half stuck in your pocket there. Next game up, 7 Eastern time. Angels, Orioles. So Angels walk away 5-2 win. We told you the Angels were going to win. We rarely back them, but we had Kyle Gibson pitching yesterday and Zach Eflin pitching today. I don't think the problem here is Eflin. The problem is it's Tyler Anderson for the Angels, another left-hander that the Orioles are going to have to face. And if you've watched them so far this season, they can't hit lefties if you gave them bases loaded and nobody out. Angels are plus money in this one as well, which is absolutely, I think, I don't want to say ridiculous, but I'm surprised this is more not of a toss-up game, to be really honest with you here. We like the Angels again in this spot. You're going to give us a left-hander to go against the Orioles. We're going to play it every time the way this has been going so far this season. Angels money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Angels over 3.5 team total. Angels money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Same 2 hitters we had yesterday. Nito and Tyler Ward. A home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits for both of them. And next game up, going off about the same time. We got 4:10 Eastern time. D-backs and Dodgers. Gonsolin versus Gallen in this one. Total of 9.5. That's a big number, especially for a team that just came off a 3. This game basically a toss-up here. Gonsolin and Gallen have somewhat. Gonsolin's got a lot less starts this season. Gallen did have a rough start. D-backs, I will give you this. If it wasn't for the bullpen, they would have won the first 3 games of this series, to be really honest. So their bullpen gives up that game where they lose 14-11. They win pretty comfortably 5-3, even though bullpen gave up runs late. Game 1, they win 3-0 game 3. So Playing at home, playing well. We like Gowan. We like the D-backs in this spot. I'm not saying the Dodgers are overrated. The Dodgers are going through some injuries as well. Teoscar being out, Tommy Edman being out, it has been a big deal for them in that lineup. If you get past the first three, you know, with Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, and Betts is still struggling. He has not been great so far this season. Freeman's come on after the injury. Ohtani's been solid, but there's not a ton of guys in that lineup. Kiki Hernandez is having to hold up the bottom of that lineup. Muncy still hasn't done anything. Will Smith has to have days off as being your catcher. You know, I'd like the D-backs in this spot here, and I think we're getting some value. D-backs money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. D-backs over 4.5 team total. D-backs money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, same 6 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, 4:10 Eastern time as well. Blue Jays, Mariners, Jose Urena versus Mr. Miller for the Mariners. Mariners about a $1.60 favorite, roughly. They should be. Urena's been god-awful here. This one's a pretty easy analysis, just fading Urena here. Mariners minus a half a run from 5. Mariners money line game. Mariners minus 1.5. I think you can. All of those should easily come home. Also would look at Mariners over their team total as well, which is probably going to be around 3.5, 4.5. Next game up, and Sunday night baseball to finish off the slate. We've got Phillies and Guards, 7:10 Eastern time. So Guardians took game 1. Game 2 belonged to the Phils. I will give Ranger Suarez credit. He pitched a lot better than he has been a few starts back. Ortiz versus Wheeler in this one. Huge pitching match advantage to the Phils. Most everybody's crushed Ortiz. I think the Phillies should be able to get this one done too here. Philly, they're about a $1.70 favorite. I'm surprised they're not 2 bills, even though on the road. But like I said, the Guardians are not a bad team. They're a team that's more than likely going to make the playoffs as a wild card, or maybe even somehow figure out a way to win this AL Central. But don't sleep on the Guards. They do play tough. But give us Phillies minus a half a run from 5. Phillies. I don't know if I play them 1.5 for the game, but you should be okay there. But money line for the game should be in good shape. All right, so we just went through the big slate of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those bets? No problem whatsoever. We've got to post it in multiple spots online, TikTok, YouTube, channel pages as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It is a link to our Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on the link, go to the Baseball 2025 tab. Scroll down to May 11th. You'll be able to see all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, and what book we placed them at as well. So check that out when you get some time. Do you like the content that you're seeing here and want to see some more? We'd love to have you along for the ride. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. We'll show up in your follow or subscriptions tab, or make life simple for yourself. Turn on those notifications for that social media platform. Will show up. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets, and give you that ton of confidence you need to head into the betting app or betting window. Also, private Discord channel available for all of you out there. All you need to do is hit subscribe to us through TikTok. Once you do, we will send you the Discord invite. You'll get all the plays ahead of time. You'll be able to ask tons of questions, throw out a bunch of different scenarios. Well over another 100 like-minded individuals like yourself in this Discord here. So everybody that's basically into sports wagering. So great place to be. Hang out with big group chat with friends. Try to make some money. There's people making money all the time in there, so we want you to be a part of it as well. It's a few dollars per month subscribing to us through TikTok. Like I said, once you do, we'll send you the Discord invite and get you hooked up. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.